Hey, what is going on, guys? It is the Super Duper Booster coming back again with a new video. This time to discuss the upcoming Fighters Pass for Smash Bros. And specifically the characters. I know I talked last time about Min Min in specific and my thoughts on her and that general Sakurai Presents. And I did give a couple guesses throughout the video here and there on who I thought was coming afterwards, but I decided to save all that speculation for another video. And I understand also that with Min Min, the spirit roll was broken. I'll get into that a little bit more further in the video. So I had 10 characters that I wanted to list down. A couple of them are guesses mixed with a couple hopes of mine. So it's in no particular order. So I wanted to just give my thoughts on who I want, who I think could happen, and yeah, so with that, let's start. So first of all, we got a Capcom rep, and I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm grouping them because I don't really have an idea of who it could be. I'm just confident that Capcom themselves are getting a rep. It's just a little bit weird. I've said it before, it's weird that they got DLC back in Smash 4. They're the only ones from the third parties in Smash 4 to have not gotten anybody for this DLC. And yeah, and they are still missing Avatar, Mii costumes. So that should always be taken into account. I believe it's the 2 Monster Hunter ones. So we got 2 Monster Hunter Mii costumes missing, and that's strange. And Capcom has a library of characters that they could use. They could use Dante, they could use a Resident Evil character, they could use Phoenix Wright, Amaterasu. There's a lot to pick from. I'm not too picky at this point. I just I would love to see another Capcom rep because they've got such a wide variety of characters to use, and in specific, they have a great relation with Nintendo. So I think that's probably one of my most inevitable guesses. I think that they are likely, out of a lot of the companies, I think Capcom most definitely will be getting another character. Who? I don't know. If I had my preference personally would be between Dante and a Resident Evil character, and I really want to see a Resident Evil character because I really would like to see the survival horror series represented. I know we got technically Castlevania, but I don't really count that as like the survival horror that kind of Resident Evil popularized. And I think that there's a lot of potential with a Resident Evil character, a lot of potential with Mii costumes that they could do with that, as well as just a bunch of things like the music, the stage. There's just so much that I would love to see from Resident Evil carried over. I think it would fit naturally. And same with a Devil May Cry character. I mean, any Capcom franchise I think would fit perfectly. But those 2 are the ones I'd want to pick. So yeah, number 2. It's kind of basic, but Pokemon Gen 8 rep. Personally, not what I would personally want, but at the same time, I get it, and I think it's going to happen. Specifically, I think Rillaboom. Rillaboom makes the most sense to me considering we have a fire. We got a fire and we got a water, a new Pokemon characters with Greninja and Incineroar. So I think having in the new generation of Pokemon somebody like Rillaboom to kind of fill that out and give us a grass type would really kind of even things out, and it just would make sense. Plus, Rillaboom's a really cool character. I like his design. I mean, I didn't really like Sword and Shield all that much personally, but he definitely did have a lot of he had an interesting moveset, and yeah, no, he looks cool. So I think he could fit perfectly into this. So Rillaboom would be my pick. Any Pokemon Gen 8 rep I think could happen. It doesn't have to be Rillaboom, but he's just who I would personally, if we were getting a Gen 8 rep, is who I would pick. Number 3 is going to be Crash Bandicoot. Really relevant, really timely, especially with the release of Crash 4. Well, not the release, but the announcement of Crash 4. I think Crash is one of those characters that a lot of people want. Nintendo are very much aware of that, and it it wouldn't shock anyone. I don't think anybody would be super shocked to see Crash Bandicoot get into Smash, especially with all the mascot platformers that are currently in it. It would just make sense. It would be such a awesome moment to see another platform mascot join the roster with all these other mascot platformers. I think that would be a very touching thing, especially because of the whole rivalry in the 90s these characters had with each other. I think Crash could happen. I think he's very much possible. And yeah, I know with Activision, that's kind of my holdout, is that do I really want Activision in? Do I really want them repped? And how I look at it is Crash is not Activision's originally, and there's so much history before Activision with Crash that it would still work. I think that he could happen. I mean, I would like Spyro because I personally like Spyro more, but I also really like Crash. So either one would be great. I think are very much possible at this point, especially with how popular Crash is in Japan. So going forward after Crash, we have an upgrade. So I think it's not a specific character, but a upgraded character. Another upgrade via Spirit or Assist Trophy. I think with what Sakurai said in the previous presents with Min, I think he made it very clear that, of course, spirits are not limited. And I think with that, I mean, technically, I guess you could put Resident Evil in that category as well, but just in general, with specifically the spirits that were in the base, I think a lot of these characters characters are likely, or at least not likely. I think that they could still happen. We got like characters like Rayman, Shantae, Gino, Skull Kid. A lot of these characters were heavily desired, heavily wanted, and Sakurai said that he wanted this to be a fan pleaser. And he's also said that spirits, you know, he brought up the whole they can edit spirits thing, which was like, I feel like that was setting us up for the inevitable more of that will be coming, which means possibly more characters will get upgraded, or at least one more character will get upgraded. I'm totally fine with that. I think that should definitely happen. I think an Assist Trophy could possibly be what gets upgraded. Perhaps, I don't know, Skull Kid. Skull Kid was heavily pushed. A lot of people wanted a new Zelda rep. And I think if they're going to upgrade, it's going to be either between, in terms of Assist Trophies, Waluigi and Skull Kid, because people really want a new Zelda rep, but people also really want Waluigi, so it's going to be one of those. In terms of spirits, I think it would be Gino that would get the upgrade, but people really want Rayman as well, so if Ubisoft wants to play ball and do that, I'd be all game. So after the upgrade characters, we got the Dragonborn, or Dovahkiin. Now we had the Vault Boy. We had Vault Boy get in, and that caused a lot of people to start discussing the possibility, because, as I said in the last video, people brought up that why would Bethesda play ball with Nintendo and Smash Bros. Just for a Mii costume? And that's fair. That's a fair point to make. I think it could go either way. I think it could be a hit. It could be something that helps and gives them a little bit more credibility as a possibility. I would love to see Dragonborn. Personally, a lot of people, in terms of a Bethesda rep, want to see Doom, and I get that, but I also think that Bethesda would personally, in my mind, I feel like they would go with a in-house developed franchise, like, as I said, Elder Scrolls. After Fallout is their most popular series. I think actually Elder Scrolls is their most popular. So the fact that the Mii costume is representing Fallout, I think Skyrim, or Elder Scrolls in general could get in. I think that's a very likely possibility. I wouldn't mind Doom Guy. I think that he'd be awesome to see as well, but I don't know. I just get the gut feeling that Skyrim would get repped first before, but it could go either way. After that, we got Ryu Hayabusa, and there was a lot of talk about Ryu last year. Of course, that never came to be, but thinking about it, I think Ryu is a very, very great character. This is a character that I don't personally think will happen, but I really want to happen. Ryu Hayabusa has got a lot of history with Nintendo. He's another ninja character, and that's always great to see because ninjas are really awesome. He's just a badass. Let's just get that out of the way. Ryu's a cool character, and he would definitely fit in Smash, especially with the whole Sakurai loves retro characters and putting them in. And I think that would be a great retro pick if you wanted to do that. But yeah, personally, I don't really play the Ninja Gaiden games all that much. I believe I played them once. I got my ass handed to me. They're very difficult. But no, playing it and seeing it in action from what I've seen from the Ninja Gaiden games, he has a lot to bring. He has a lot to offer. So yeah, I'd be totally okay with Ryu Hayabusa, and I really would be hyped to see. I think that would be a hype pick. It wouldn't be unexpected, but at the same time, it's one of those down low choices that people talked about for a while and then kind of said, oh, okay, it didn't end up happening like the leak said. It's probably not going to actually happen. So fingers crossed on that one. Number 7, I'm going to go with Lloyd Irving. Not going to lie, I don't play Tales. I really don't. I like RPGs, JRPGs. It's just I've never gotten around to playing the Tales of games. But I've seen them. They look very interesting. And the character designs all look very cool. It's very stylized. The gameplay is very action-oriented. And that's always a great thing as somebody that likes a lot of action-oriented games, so eventually we'll get to it. But anyway, in terms of Lloyd, a lot of people want Lloyd, and I get it, another sword character, anime sword character, but personally for me, that's not really been much of a problem. He looks like an interesting character, having 2 swords, and I think that there's a lot that Lloyd could bring to you, diversify him. I mean, it's Sakurai. Any character Sakurai picks would be unique. Let's just admit that. Anime swordsman gripe aside, I think that there's nothing really that would make Lloyd feel too samey. We'd have to see in action if that happens, but yeah, no, Lloyd's a cool character. I would love to see that. And Bandai Namco, again, like Capcom, there's still, I believe there's 1 or 2 Mii costumes still missing, so that's always a possibility, who knows. But yeah, no, here's hoping. I hope that happens. Fans have really wanted him for a long time. I'd like to see those fans happy, you know. Sakurai's even said, I think, that he'd want Lloyd if he was going to get another Bandai rep. So, again, here's hoping. So number 8, I'm going to go with Mirage. Mirage is Apex Legends. It's a free-to-play battle royale, and I get that people don't really have positive things to say when it comes to battle royale style games in Smash Bros. I mean, I personally don't want Fortnite. I mean, I wouldn't be salty if it got in, but at the same time, not really my thing. But Apex was different to me. I mean, it's a first-person shooter, yeah, but it's got very unique personalities with their characters. Mirage is one of my favorites. He's got the most out there, wacky personality, and I think he would be hilarious to see in Smash Bros. I remember at the Game Awards when they actually teased that, where they didn't tease like Mirage and Smash, but they had like Mirage show up and people were like, oh my god, it's gonna be Mirage and Smash. I was the only one, I'm pretty sure, in the live stream that I was watching that was like, oh god, if this happens I'm gonna scream. But it didn't, so I was kind of disappointed. But no, Mirage is a unique character in his game. I mean, he has the whole create holograms of himself gimmick, and that alone just screams interesting potential. So yeah, I really want Mirage, and with it coming on the Switch, hopefully that would mean something. I mean, I'll take anything that could possibly hint towards him. Hell, even a Spirit event, I take that. I just want to see Mirage in Smash Bros. Somehow. But yeah, I get EA as well. Another thing is like people don't want EA reps. Again, I think that the character, it just speaks for itself a little bit more. But plus it's also, I believe it's Respawn that made that made Apex, and Respawn is an amazing developer. They work in spite of EA, so yeah, no, I really do hope that Apex gets in. Out of any of the kind of like hero shooter kind of things like Overwatch or something like Fortnite, I personally really want Mirage. But yeah, won't be salty if like, I won't be too salty if Fortnite is the Battle Royale rep that gets in, if it gets in. After that, we got 2 characters. The last 2 are going to be kind of heavily debated, heavily discussed. But yeah, I had to throw them in because of course. So my number 9 pick is going to be Sora. Sora is, of course, from the Kingdom Hearts franchise. There's a lot of discussion when it comes to Sora. A lot of people have said that he's been deconfirmed officially. He hasn't actually been deconfirmed, actually. That was a speculation stream from a couple months back, I believe. A podcast that was just on speculation. But there's the whole Disney thing. And I still kind of... I like Sora. Don't get me wrong. I think Sora would be fun. I think Sora would be awesome. He's got a lot of moves. He's very versatile. The whole command menu style thing, a lot of the situation moves, there's a lot to pull from for him if you wanted to make a really fun character. But yeah, again, there's that whole Disney thing, and so Sora's kind of one of those characters where it's like I'd like to see him, but at the same time I'm not putting too much stake in it happening. It's more of a wait and see, like we'll just wait to see if he's one of the characters, because I can't say one way or another if he would happen. I know people are worried about the floodgates that could possibly open, but Sakura has made it clear, video game characters only, so I don't think that this would invite like Alice from Alice in Wonderland to potentially be a character in Smash. But yeah, anyway, we'll have to see on Sora. After that, we got Master Chief, and Master Chief is from the Halo series, and a lot of people after Banjo thought that this opens the gate for Master Chief. I kind of have to agree. I think that Microsoft's relation with Nintendo, their relationship has been growing, and so I think that it would definitely not be too surprising to see Master Chief in, but it would nonetheless still be something really hype. Master Chief would be one of my favorites. He'd probably be someone I want to main. But aside from Master Chief, we got, in terms of other Microsoft reps, really only Steve is the one I can think of from Minecraft, but I think if they're going to go with somebody, they'd probably go with Master Chief. That's a huge audience just that you could introduce to Smash Bros. Alone. So Master Chief would be the one I'd go with. But anyway, those are my top 10. Again, a lot of interesting varied characters, I understand. Some of these characters are out there, and some of these characters are very controversial. But again, like I said, it's a mix. It's a mix of characters I think are going to happen, that I think are likely, and that I just personally want myself. But no, going forward, I am very open to whoever gets in. I think Sakurai will do a great job with making them fun, making them interesting. Hopefully I get interested in one of their franchises that they're from. That's always been something about Smash Bros. I love. So yeah, we got 2 more years of this speculation, so that's gonna be a fun time. But anyway, I don't know when I'll make another video. I guess we'll just wait. I'll probably make a new video when the new character inevitably gets announced in the next month or two. But until then, this is the Super Duper Booster signing off, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. If you love
I can